Hello everyone, I'm Plantnetta, and today we will be looking at Dragoon Might. Dragoon Might is a 1v1 weapon-based fighter made by KONAMI in the year 1995. This is the same year as Street Fighter Alpha, Battle Royale Toshinden, Tekken 2, and Soul Edge. This was Konami's fourth attempt at making a fighting game, and releasing 2 years after their last fighting game, Martial Champion.
Rachel, win!
However, the team working on Dragoon Might is not the same team who worked on Martial Champion. Various members of the Dragoon Might team previously worked on one of two games that would eventually influence the gameplay of Dragoon Might. These games being Metamorphic Force and Monster Maulers, which, if you didn't know, are both beat-em-ups. And those who managed to play Dragoon Might would often cite this game feeling more like a beat-em-up than a fighting game. The game also has some pretty nice visuals. It's similar to SNK's Art of Fighting. The character sprites become small or big depending on how close or far away the characters are on the screen. The game also has a pretty good soundtrack, which I'll let you hear during the character explanations. Now, let's talk more in depth about this amazing fighter's gameplay. Dragoon Might is a 6-button weapon-based fighter. 11 out of the 12 characters have a weapon. Characters can be disarmed if they block too many attacks or take too much damage. Once disarmed, they will switch from hand-to-hand combat, while losing access to certain special moves that require the weapon. Don't worry, you can still manage to pick up your weapon if you get close enough to it. But I doubt the opponent will make it that easy. Now, you may be asking yourself, what separates this game from other fighting games at the time? Well, the one unique thing about this game is its stages, actually. Most stages in the game have what's called a hang point. And what is a hang point, you ask? By pressing all 3 kick buttons together, your fighter will leap forward towards the nearest hang point and hang there for a second. And once you grab that hang point, you have a myriad of options to choose from. Hey, remember when I said this game plays more like a beat 'em up earlier? This game has a universal special move called bomber moves, or special attacks for us in the US. I'm gonna call them bomber moves from now on because I think that name sounds cooler. Bomber moves are powerful attacks that you can use at any time by pressing all 3 punch buttons. But there is a price, and that price is a chunk of your health. Beat-em-up fans are already familiar with this type of move. But here's the thing, that there is something beyond the bomber move. And that thing is super bombers, which can also be used when the player is at low health and when the health bar is flashing. There's one more cool thing about this game, and that it actually has another mode that you can play, and that mode is Team Fight. Team Fight is similar to King of Fighters, in which you pick 3 characters, and when each character dies, you move on to your next one. One major difference in this mode is how your super bomber moves work. You do not get this move from low health, except you get a meter this time, which is called the Friendship Gauge. Yes, that is its name, the Friendship Gauge. Absolutely perfect. And the way you fill up this meter is by getting attacked or hitting an opponent on block. You do not get any meter for hitting opponent on hit. Now that we know all the mechanics, let's get to know our Dragooners. I'm sorry. Yamato is the closest thing this game has to a Shoto, and of course, being the main character, he's very easy to use and also a really good character. And he loves pachinko, baby! Very subtle messaging from Konami. He has a grounded SNK style fireball. This fireball is actually quite unique in that this move is very hard to neutral jump. Depending on the strength, it will travel a set distance and shoot upwards once it stops. His DP is good for hitting jumping opponents. His last special attack is a dive kick. This can only be done in midair, obviously. But in this game, there are no height restrictions. So if you really want to, you can do this move super low to the ground. His bomber move, Samurai Slash, is a forward advancing attack, and once it makes contact, it will do multiple slashes. This move is okay, but a lot of times you will be jabbed out of it. His super bomber, Faint Wave Transmitting Knuckle, is similar to his bomber move, but it does a shit ton of damage. Also, for some reason, you can do it in the air. Overall, you can't go wrong picking Yamato. Now we have this game's main zoner, Drake. No, not that one. Make use of Drake's long-reaching normals and specials to keep your opponents at bay. Use Rattlesnake to push the opposition away from you. It has different follow-ups depending on the strength. Spearhead can be used from the air. Use it to hit grounded opponents from the air or use it for air-to-air interactions. Trident Thrust is a really good move for when people get too close. It's a strong multi-hitting attack that is usually safe to use His last special move, Spear Strike, is a charge move, and it's super fast and good for surprising opponents. Shooting Star is his bomber move, and I'm gonna be real honest, this shit kinda doo-doo booty ass. It is super slow and can be jumped on reaction. His Super Bomber, on the other hand, is actually really good, and he'll create 3 pillars from the ground and they'll do lots of damage. So if you like zoners, pick Drake. Tsugumi is another zoner in the roster. Her heavy punch button is where most of her zoning tools are at, and even though she is a zoner, she can actually be really scary up close. Now let's talk about her special moves. Cyclone is a slow moving projectile, and it's slow enough for her to run behind it. Flaming Kiss is a strong attack that's, honestly, I'll be real honest, you should just throw that shit every once in a while. You ain't gonna get punished for using it. This move has no downsides. And if you wanted to jump in on her, it's not gonna be that easy because she can move left or right. Her last 2 specials are very similar, but have some very important differences. Cyclone Fan can only be done on the ground, and you can use it as an anti-air. But the air version, Slice and Spin, has its own uses. And in certain situations, this move can be even better on the ground than the grounded version. But you may be asking, Plantnetta, how is that possible? Some of you may have remembered that I said this game has no height restrictions for air specials. Oh, so you may be saying, oh, okay, I'll just Tiger Knee the special. Well, that's all cool and all, but there is another option to do this move on the ground. Say hello to Dragoon Might's Backdash. And it's a little different from other fighting games in that it puts your character in an airborne state and is special cancelable. She can use her backdash to punish opponents in situations that you didn't expect to get hit. Her bomber move is just a straight up better version than Drake's. Her super bomber move is just a straight up better version of her bomber move, and it switches sides. Play Tsugumi if you want to switch between zoning and rushdown.
You win!
Ryan is another Shuttle-esque character, but you'll probably be playing him more like a zoner. So let's start with his fireball, Staff Shocker. He shoots a very fast projectile on the ground and then recovers really fast from this move. So he will bull you with this. Deadly Sweep is a fast low hitting attack which switches sides. Teleport is only really good for escaping the corner. You cannot attack after teleporting. Teleport Kick, however, is a really good and safe on block move. Now let's get into the move that makes him really good. He has one of the best bomber moves in the game. You basically get a free Street Fighter 6 Modern Mode DP for free. This move is busted. Pair this move with Staff Shocker, and you're basically unstoppable. Rising Star will even hit late jumpers, and I mean really late jumpers. And his Super Bomber, he'll shoot a whole ass Kamehameha wave at you. Pick Ryan if you want to play an absolutely busted character.
You win!
Suiko is the most simple and straightforward character on the roster. He has a standard fireball and has a deadly sweep just like Ryan. But unlike Ryan, he has a dive kick. That is not what I wrote. Oh my god. Dive kick. The dive kick is only okay. His bomber move, Aura Attack, can be used as an anti-air, but has really slow startup, so you have to be paying attention when the opponent is jumping at you. Fortunately for Suiko, he probably has one of the best super bombers in the game. Open Gate of the Ghost lifts the opponent upward and throws multiple projectiles towards them. One unique thing about this move that is different from every other super bomber is that it is actually a low. So this shit will catch you off guard if you're not paying attention. Play Suiko if you want to play a very simple character.
You win!
Next, we have Tekkaman. No, not that one. Being one of 2 ninjas in the roster, his first special move, Flash Slash, can be a tricky move to block due to its switching sides. Trident Shuriken is the worst projectile in the game, especially if you use it the intended way. It's much better if you Tiger Knee it or do it off a backdash. Blade Toss, he throws his weapon at the opponent. Shadow Bender, he summons 3 clones and becomes one of them depending on the button you press. It's only good for escaping the corner. His last special move, Lightning Kick, is a counterattack. Punch to counter highs and mids, and kick to counter lows. Power Slam is one of the best bomber moves in the game. It is the only bomber move that is a command grab. His Super Bomber, Deadly Burst Scorching Hell Flow, is one of the best Super Bombers in the game, as it has 2 projectiles, and they're slow enough for Tekkaman to follow up behind them. Play Tekkaman if you like tricky ninja characters.
You win!
The other ninja, Kodama, my main, shares many moves with Tekkaman, like Shuriken, Shadow Bender, and Power Slam. But you may have noticed one thing about Kodama, that he brought hands to a sword fight. But you see, that's all he needs. Because this means he's always fighting at his prime and doesn't get punished for blocking. Not only that, he can take your weapon away. And now you're fighting on his level. My favorite move that he has is Mind Bender. Admittedly, it's not a good move, but oh my god, when you get it, it feels so good to hit. If you manage to get this move off, he'll force the opponent into a stun state and they'll become dizzy. His last move, Shadow Fury, is basically just that one move M. Bison had in Street Fighter 2, that stomp move. His Super Bomber, the Super Slide Bomboing of Ninja. Yeah, I'm not saying that combination of words on YouTube. It's a really good get off me tool. You should really throw this out when you're in a bad situation. Play Kodama if you don't want to interact with the weapon system.
You win!
Next character is Layla, and funnily enough, I think her kick attacks are better than her weapon attacks. She's also one of the few characters that is least affected by losing her weapon. She can do most of her important moves without it. The only special that uses her weapon is Baton Whip. It's alright, I guess. You just use it once in a while to check your opponent. Spin Kick is amazing at closing the distance, and can be made safe if you space it right. Triple Roundhouse Kick is a Rekka style move, so you must input each kick manually. Use this move to get some really good damage. Butterfly Bomb is her air-only special attack, and this move is very fast. You can even use this to get out of the corner with a backdash. Her bomber move, Baton Bash, is a multi-hitting attack that you can honestly just throw out any time. It's very safe and can't really be punished. Her Super Bomber shoots 6 homing projectiles towards the opponent. Sometimes these things have a mind of their own that you just miss. Pick Layla if you want to play a very strong rushdown character. Next, we have a giant sword-wielding hero named Zack. No, not that one.
Gungaga.
He probably has 2 of the best special moves in the game, and also probably 2 of the absolutely most dog shit ones in the game too. So let's go over the bad ones first. Ground Shock is a projectile that takes its sweet ass time to come out. But not only this, it's a mash move. You have to be mashing the hell out of your controller just to get this move out. His other whack ass move is Boomerang Slash. And honestly, it's not a bad move until you realize you have to hold this button for 5 whole ass seconds. And it leaves him unarmed. Now let's get to his better moves, like Vault Kick, which is amazing. It's a flash kick style move. And what's even cooler, it does not require a charge input. It has the most simple input ever. It's just down up kick. That's it. His last special move is Blaze Spin, and it's one of the best air special moves in the game. It's really good for jump-in combos, which from him can really hurt. Hey, also remember, you can use this off a backdash. His bomber move, Surfer Blade, is, I'll be honest, not really a good move. Vault Kick is just a better version of this. His Super Bomber, however, Crater Eruption, he stabs his sword into the earth and shoots multiple projectiles. Play Zack if you like large normals and specials.
You win!
Sarumaru is basically this game's Blanca, even has his own Blanca ball too. Sarumaru excels at mid-range combat. He has a flash kick style move in Blade Grinder. Power Drill is a unique move in which Sarumaru jumps in the air and comes back down at an angle, attacking the opponent. His last special move, Scissor Kick, is a stall and fall type attack. It's not really that good, so don't really use it. Torpedo Blade is very similar to Monkey Flip. You can just throw this out once in a while and get some free damage. His Super Bomber, Miracle Working Dynamite Kick, It's a multi-hitting attack that comes out really fast. If you like charged characters and like Blanca, pick Sarumaru.
You win!
Jao is the character who looks like he's the final boss, but is actually not the final boss. But in his arcade ending, he becomes the final boss after defeating the actual final boss, but completely feels like the final boss because I think he's the best character in the game. Starting with Death Ball and Flying Death Ball, which are both his projectiles. Death Ball is the grounded version and Flying Death Ball is the air version. And they're extremely fast. And the grounded version pairs well with Heavy Punch. You can just loop that shit. Shogun Strike is his DP. Endless Slice is ass. Don't use it. His bar move doesn't seem all that crazy until you realize the proximity guard on this bitch is insane. His Super Bomber is literally 2 different attacks in one. He shoots a projectile while doing his uppercut. And yes, you can get hit by either attack. Play Jao if you want to get the dub.
You win!
Now that we got done talking about the best character in the game, let's talk about the worst character, Reggie. No, not that one. Reggie is the game's grappler, even though I think the ninjas are better at that than him. He has a command grab on the ground and in the air, but you have to be extremely close to even use them. And his other special attack is nothing to write home about. His best move is his charge move. It's extremely safe on block. Reggie's bomber move is okay. That's about it. His super bomber looks like it would be super busted until you realize it's not a command grab and it's super ass. Pick Reggie if you want to lose.
You lose!
And that's all the playable characters in Dragoon Might. But, why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? Finally, we have the final boss, Dogma. And I'll say, he is definitely a final boss. He is absolute bullshit. This guy feels like he just does whatever he wants. Dogma is probably the hardest boss fight ever done in a fighting game. I haven't fought the general. Like, I'm surprised Justin Wong has not made a video on this game. Like, I want to see if he can beat this dude, because the only dude I can beat him with was Jaro, because, you know, he's fucking busted. Speaking of busted, let's talk about why Dogma's busted. Well, he can literally hit you from any part of the screen. You are not safe from him no matter what. His bomber move is obviously one of the best in the game. He even chipped me to death with it. I don't even know if he has a super bomber, because he just refuses to use it against me. Like it's just a step too far for him. Tell me if any of you can beat Dogma.
You lose!
Dragoon Might is a game that surprisingly doesn't get enough recognition. I think it's a really fun game that everyone should try out. I would like to see what a Dragoon Might 2 would have looked like and see an expansion on many of its gameplay ideas. But sadly, this was almost certainly never a possibility given Konami's later ventures would look like. There is some hope with new modern Konami, but frankly, I don't think Konami even remembers they made fighting games. And there's another Konami fighting game that I'm pretty sure most people would like to see return rather than Dragoon Might. Hopefully in the future, Konami would re-release this game, maybe in the form of a collection, like an arcade collection, with all their other fighting games they made in the past. Anyways, I would like to know your thoughts on this game in the comments. And hopefully, I have convinced you to play this forgotten fighter, Dragoon Might.